All right. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're going to talk about there's some good news. There are some good news out there. Well, there is some good news out there. Dak Prescott showing a speedy recovery. He was caught mingling, supporting, being with family and friends. And that's good. It's good to see the brother get out. It's good to see the man being able to help support those who support him. And that's always a great thing. That's a beautiful thing. That's a wonderful thing. Shout out to Dak Prescott in his speedy recovery. It's without a shadow of a doubt that he is the best quarterback in the NFC East. Without a shadow of a doubt, right? Nevertheless, we'll see what the Jones is going to do when it's time for their contract to be re-up and stuff like that, or whatever they're going to do with the contract situation. And other situations are, as far as news, Brandon Knight, he's back into the fold now, right? Good old Brandon Knight. Now, we had the offensive line guru, the Big Duke, 50, on the show, and he had a great insight of Brandon Knight. He said that he can see him as a starter in the future. Not now, but in the future. Kind of like a Purnell. You guys remember Purnell that went over to Jacksonville land? Somebody that can pick up the system and learn. He got good base, good feet, or what have you. Utilized his hands pretty well, can kick out. So those are the things that he said that he liked from a Brandon Knight. So shout out to him being back into the folds now. Tyler Biadasz, he's been placed on an IR because of those hamstrings. Remember, that's a hard situation to overcome, and he's a big boy. So he's out. So we'll figure that out down the line. Just this year just been a 2020 type of year, right? Remember what I said, it's a cuss word now, right? And that's just the reality of it. Now, this team, it's an any given Sunday. We're facing against the Vikings team, and you guys know I've been talking about this for a long time, that I just want to see these guys compete, right? Do you guys want to see them compete? We don't want to go out there and see a boo-boo game, right? Nobody want to see that. We want to see guys get out there, make something happen, make some plays. Maybe we develop guys. Hopefully, we'll see a Bradley and I. Hopefully, we'll see Francis Bernard. I said Bernard, Francis Bernard. We'll see that guy. Reggie Robinson. I don't know whether or not they're going to activate any of those guys, but we just want to see a team that can play. We want to see people being evaluated. We want to see people showcasing their talent and these sorts of things, because we already know what this team would have looked like if they had Rain Dakota Prescott. Let me talk about this right quick. I know that a lot of people will say, nah, Law, they wasn't winning. They wasn't winning, but we was putting up historic numbers on the offense. Of course, the defense at the time was historically bad as well. So you really can't gauge this team altogether. But when I looked at some of the stats out there, and I seen some of the people reposting the stat numbers for slot receivers, and I could only imagine if we had a quarterback, a half of a quarterback to throw the ball to, CeeDee Lamb. He's ranked number 4 in the entire NFL. I can only imagine if he had a quarterback that can throw him the ball. Let me repeat. I can only imagine if he had a quarterback to get him the ball. Let me repeat this. I can only imagine if a quarterback can find him. You guys get what I'm saying, right? I think he got 44 or 42 receptions, something like that. Put him in 4th place. Now, the number 1 guy is Cole Beasley right now. But Cole Beasley had his quarterback throwing him the ball. So let that sink in. Let it sink in. Now, I know this at any given Sunday. I know that we can look at this thing and say, well, Law, think about it. This could be a revenge game to some of those guys. They can look at this thing and say, you know what? We want our revenge from last year. It could be like that. It could be like that. We can roll like that. It can happen like that. Just putting it out there. Not saying that, these guys all of a sudden magically gonna step it up and be up. Let me fix my bandana thing. Baby, let me fix it up right quick. Y'all okay with it? Y'all okay with it? Bear with me. Bear with me. There we go. 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 Yeah. So magically, we can figure this thing out. Special teams, maybe defense step up, maybe offense give us a spark. Who knows? It's any given Sunday, any given football play. I know. Now, Randy Gregory, DeMarcus Lawrence, could be a game time decision. Didn't hear much news on that. For those who out there that follow those circles before the kickoff, hit me up, post it down below. Whether or not you think Randy Gregory will play or D-Law will play. Game time. That illness, I don't know what's going on with him. I hope all is well. I hope all is well. We don't know. We definitely do not know. And it just be one of those decisions. Now, my thing is I really want to see D-Law out there because he was the one that's doing all the talking, right? And we know. When he said this statement, I think it was last week or the week before last, that there's no elite player out there. I was like, man, that's bullshit, man. What he's talking about. But I guess what he meant to say is this any given Sunday. Because you can know for sure elite players are out there. And we know it, right? So hopefully he was just meaning that. Nevertheless, anybody can get it. That's just how the philosophy is now. The Vikings, if you're from the Vikings land, you'll look at this thing and say, man, we 4-5. We on our way, right? And from the Cowboys territory, we can look at this thing and say, well, we 2-7. This division still within reach. This porous division that we are in. Nobody want to run off with it. Nobody want to look at this thing and say, hey, this is mine to lose. No. Everybody playing patty cake. Patty cake. They are. It's like, no, everybody's being polite. No, after you. No. After you. No. Let me hold the door for you. The door is wide open. It is. All I want is these guys to compete. I don't want none of this sugar-coated stuff. I just want them to compete. That's all I want. That's all I want. And we'll see what Andy Dalton can do. I predicted, that my dog CD Lamb can get 2 touchdowns, right? I predicted that. I didn't give my score prediction. Maybe the Cowboys can put up 28 points. Keep the Vikings at 21, 24. I just want us to end this game with us having more points than them. Now, they do have a dynamic running back. I like Adam Thielen as well. I like the Justin Jefferson kid. They got their version of old reliable, but I feel that Kirk Cousins can give us one, and Kirk Cousins, you kind of owe us one right about now. From last year, you owe us one. And Ezekiel Elliott, you owe us one too. And I ain't talking about fumbles. I'm not talking about averaging 1 yard per carry. Ezekiel Elliott, the path for the righteous man is beset on all sides, on our side of the ball. Maybe he can bust a long one. That's what I'm looking for. Cowboy Nation, what are you guys thinking? I know. For those who want to tank, put TT in the chat box. For those who don't want to tank, put NT in the chat box. You guys know how this thing go. The flavor and the funk for the hour, the flavor and the funk for everything else that's for the rest of the season. One way or another. That's my battle cry. That's my calling. One way or another, Cowboy Nation. We just got to find a way. Post me your thoughts. Post me your concerns down below. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go.